The call came on a Tuesday, the kind of day that already feels wrong before it begins. "Mr. Holden," the voice said, flat, professional. "This is St. Anoni's Hospital. We've discovered a discrepancy regarding your son's death certificate." I didn't say anything. Silence filled the space between us. Thick, surgical. "We recently reviewed archived infant cases for an audit. There's evidence your son's genetic report was switched. He didn't die from a congenital disorder. The toxicology results, well, they indicate poisoning. Poison." The words slipped through my skull like ice water. I felt my body split into two halves. The one standing in the living room, phone to my ear, and the other buried beneath a small white headstone that bore a name. I hadn't spoken aloud in 7 years. "Poisoned? Yes, an IV contamination. We have footage from that night. We think you should come in." When the line went dead, I stood in the dark and listened to my own breathing. Shallow, mechanical. She'd said, "My genes killed him. My defective blood. My fault." And now someone had killed him. I didn't cry, didn't move. I just whispered, "Send me the footage." The night she left still smelled of antiseptic. She wouldn't look at me, wouldn't touch me. Only that one line over and over. "You did this. Your blood killed him." I tried to argue, reason, beg. She didn't shout, didn't weep. She just detached like a surgeon cutting away dead flesh. The divorce was swift, brutal. She took the house, the savings, my reputation. Everyone believed her. How could they not? The grieving mother, the ruined husband with bad genes, a curse in his DNA. I watched her rebuild her life from a distance. New city, new husband, a son 2 years later. It took me a long time to stop wondering how she smiled again. Longer to stop imagining what my boy might have looked like if he'd lived. When the hospital sent the security clip, I couldn't open it for 2 days. When I did, I sat in the dark again. The same chair, the same silence. A nurse appeared on screen, adjusting an IV, her back to the camera, her movements deliberate, not rushed. But when she turned, it wasn't a nurse. It was her. My wife, her face hidden beneath a surgical mask. But the eyes, I'd know those anywhere. The way she paused before walking away, hand trembling slightly. Not guilt. Resolution. I didn't go to the police right away. No, emotion is noise. Noise clouds judgment. I needed clarity. I requested every record from that night. Visitor logs. Staff shifts, security timestamps. The hospital cooperated quietly. Maybe they felt guilty. Her name didn't appear anywhere. No record of her entering that ward. No visitor ID. No clearance, but the timing. She was there 42 minutes before he died. I started pulling threads. Old email backups. Cloud accounts she'd forgotten to delete access from. One folder buried under layers of encryption held messages between her and someone named D, a doctor, her lover. Neonatal department. The first message, "He'll never forgive himself if the baby dies." That's what you said you wanted, right? My hands didn't shake, not once. Each message painted the picture clearly. She'd despised me for something that wasn't mine to carry. She'd needed someone to blame and then someone to replace me. Her child's death was never an accident. It was a cleansing. The hospital confirmed it the next morning. The substance, potassium chloride, lethal, undetectable in small doses. They traced the missing vial back to DL. He died 3 years ago in a car accident. Convenient. I printed everything, the footage, the emails, the toxicology report, and drove to her house. She answered the door like she'd seen a ghost. Maybe she had. "Daniel," she whispered. That tone, the one that used to unravel me. I didn't speak. I just handed her the file. She opened it page by page. I watched the color drain from her face, her body collapsing inward like a dying star. She stammered, her lips trembling, searching for air that wouldn't come. I said, "You killed him, and you let me believe I did." No shouting, no anger, just truth, razor sharp and precise. She looked at me then, and for the first time, I saw the thing she'd always hidden, fear. I didn't threaten her, didn't call the police. Justice wasn't what I wanted. I wanted her to live with it. To everyone else, I said quietly, "You're the grieving mother, the saint. Keep that story. You'll need it." Her voice broke. "Please, Daniel." I leaned closer. "You poisoned our son. You poisoned me. I'm just returning what's left." I left the folder on her kitchen table. Evidence enough to ruin her if I ever chose to. Evidence enough to make her wake every night hearing the machines, the beeping, the silence that followed. I turned for the door. Behind me, I heard her fall to the floor, a sound somewhere between a sob and a confession. Outside, the air tasted cleaner, sharper. I walked until the neighborhood blurred into shadow. For years, I'd carried her lie like a tumor. It had grown inside me, feeding on guilt and memory. Now it was gone. There's no redemption in truth. only release. I never sent the evidence to the authorities. Didn't need to. Some prisons don't have walls. Before I left town for good, I visited the grave one last time. No flowers, no words, just a whisper. You can rest now, I know. Then I walked away, and for the first time in 7 years I felt nothing at all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.